Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Seattle. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Watch twist.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check one pass.
Now Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On first down, Carson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know the division title, the wild card spot's up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He completes it to Julio Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. This is Carson. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Here's Carson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Carson again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending because what you were thinking was they're going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 35. On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10, Goff. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Seven, our score after 1. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. Dwayne Eskridge with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or down the numbers? There he goes. 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have recovered. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson looking deep for Julio. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Gallman will run it. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. Here's Gallman. And they get him down, but
before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now Gallman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 92 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This is Gallman. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Now a second down and 6. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, 4th coming.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try the air now with Goff. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours.
And got his man complete. And they do finally get him at the 12.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
The final shot before break here. Goff. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
3 yards the gain there, second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time win right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. To throw again is Wilson. Man open, here's Jones. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will increase their lead to 28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 135 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. Caught on the slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
That's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it is... Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got value 3.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That's complete to Gallman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Here we go. Shell. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Super 66.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens have wound up winning that football game. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Oh, Wilson going to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So